what's up? This is Neil from D is for Disney. Welcome to episode number 5. If you are listening, you should also know that this one is being recorded. I am going to start releasing video versions of the podcast on YouTube, beginning with this one, beginning with episode number 5. We have a lot to get into today. There's so much I could cover. In fact, there is kind of an embarrassment of riches. There is far more that I could cover than I actually have time to. And because we only have 5 minutes, and I've already used up 30 seconds of it, let's go ahead and get started. The new Aladdin trailer dropped on Good Morning America this morning, and I watched it shortly thereafter. I don't know about you, but this one seems far more promising to me. I think that the feedback, if you want to call it that Disney received from the kind of neon blue genie, I think that they heard our constructive criticism and may have made a few tweaks. He looks darker to me. I don't know about you. Will Smith's genie looks darker to me. And while I wasn't 100% sure just about the way that all of that was going to work, this one looks much better. The scene where if you've seen it already, the scene where he pushes him back, I thought there was something really funny about that. I think Will Smith's, he's really great as a dramatic actor, but I think his real powerhouse is in comedy. When he got started with that on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I grew up watching that show, so maybe I'm just nostalgic in that way. They also announced that Gilbert Gottfried will not be Iago. It's going to be Alan Tudyk, which I think is a really nice casting decision. At the end of the day, this whole movie is in the hands of Disney, of course, obviously, because Aladdin is a Disney property, but it's also in the hands of Guy Ritchie, right? Guy Ritchie did Snatch, and Guy Ritchie did Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, which in college at least were two of my favorites. I loved both of those, so I think that we're in good hands. Fingers crossed. But I was talking with some friends earlier today, and we all think that kind of redeemed itself, and that it's gonna hopefully be a really, really fun and enjoyable movie. Next big bit of news is that we all knew that Disney had bought a lot of 21st Century Fox's properties, not Fox News or sports, but they had gotten a lot of those media properties and the intellectual property there. My screen went to sleep. But we found out that that deal is actually going to close middle of next week. It's going to close on the 20th. Today is the 13th, so a week from tomorrow. So not that we'll be seeing immediate entries of some of those properties, but X-Men, Avengers plus X-Men. I just think it's a match made in heaven, especially because in the comics they're that way. If you've read the comics, well, for one thing, if you've read the comics, then you've probably read more of the comics than I have. The last thing that I want to talk about it's not really news. I just thought it was interesting. A couple days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, Disney Animation's Twitter account posted a tweet saying that in the original animated version of The Little Mermaid, that scene after Triton comes into the concert hall, or that moment after he comes in and there's all that big fanfare, well, then Sebastian comes in his little scooter-looking shell pulled by those 2 orange-looking goldfish, and there's a kazoo playing in the background. They tweeted that that's being played by the composer himself, none other than Alan Menken. Now, I went back to find that tweet before doing this podcast, and this video if you're watching online on YouTube, but I could not find it. If you have any information about that, please let me know. I thought it was fascinating, but again, couldn't find anything else about it. That's all that I have for today. That's all that we have time for. Please check out the website. We've got some cool stuff on there today. If you love this podcast, please share it. If you hate it, please give me some notes about what I can do better. Share, subscribe, follow us everywhere. We're all over the place. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you have a great day. Thanks, guys.